Anyway, one, two, three, go. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of I Need a VA's Talk Show. I'm your host, Honey, and today we are excited to introduce you to our guest. Everyone, please welcome our guest for today's episode, Jedi.
Hello, Miss Honey, and to all the subscribers of I Need a VA, good morning. Thank you so much for inviting me for today's talk show, and it's really an honor to be here with you today.
And thank you for joining us despite the tasks you have today. So, by the way, how are you, Jedi?
Oh, I'm good. A little nervous at this time, but I'm good. Thank you so much for asking, Miss Honey. How about you?
Oh, I'm okay as well, and I'm really glad that you accepted our invitation for I Need a VA Talk Show, episode 4. And despite of the rescheduled shoots, I'm really glad we have to do this now, today. So anyway, anyway, could you introduce yourself to us and tell us what brought you into the virtual assistant journey?
Okay, so again, I'm Jadidiah Cruz. Before working here at I Need a VA, I'm working in a corporate job, but then I decided to shift career and be a virtual assistant because I was inspired by the success stories of other VAs I've watched, and I felt like this is where I'm going to grow and excel. So I took the risk, and here I am now working as a VA.
Awesome. So let's get to know you more and let's proceed to the questions we have for you this episode. So, Jetty, what's your client's business?
Okay, so Miss Honey, my client's business focuses on credit repair, mentorship, and financial consultations. She is the founder of My Sabi Budget, Credit 360, and she has other side hustles like real estate investment. She has this group called Women Who Invest and also Turn Up Rentals, which is a kayak and paddleboard rental service. She really is the side hustle queen, I must say.
Okay, so how many businesses does your client have in total?
I guess four, but I think she handles more than that.
Oh, okay. So, anyway, how do you assist your client?
Okay, so as her general virtual assistant, I assist her in tasks like social media management, content creation, graphic designing, video editing, blog writing, what else? Blog posting, email campaigns, sending out emails, and creating simple websites like that.
All right, and I think you're aware of the artificial intelligence. We want to know what emerging technologies or trends interests you.
So for the emerging technologies and trends that interests me, as well
Mhm.
as my client, I guess, is the use of AI, especially ChatGPT. We use it most of the time. It makes every virtual assistant's life easier and productive as well.
We want to know how do you become productive? Maybe you have some routine. What ethical principles should be considered by virtual assistants?
So, for the ethical principles, I believe that every virtual assistant must consider excellence and integrity. Excellence in the way that you do your best in every task assigned to you, may
Mm.
it be a simple or a big task, you do your best in everything, and integrity as well, because we as VA, we know that not all the time we are being monitored by our clients, right? We understand that they also have their busy schedules like that, but we must have that integrity to do our best and produce quality outputs even without having them monitor us all the time.
Speaking of busy schedules, us virtual assistants can also be busy. Now, how do you prioritize your tasks and manage your time effectively as a virtual assistant?
In prioritizing my tasks, what I usually do every day is I use Notion to
Mm.
list all the tasks I have to do for today, and I list it from the most to the least important tasks so that in that way I can finish all my tasks on time.
Okay, you're really proving that you are an awesome virtual assistant. So let's change the topic. And I want to
Okay.
ask you, how would you handle a challenging situation?
I believe that clear communication is always the key because there will be times that the instructions given to us is not that complete or clear. But what I do is I communicate immediately with my client and make things clear so I can do my task correctly. And I'm really blessed to have a client that teaches me and even walks me through the task that I'm not familiar so that the next time I can do it by myself.
All right. And can you give us an example of a challenging problem you've encountered and how did you resolve it?
Okay, so for the challenging problem I encountered, it just happened last Friday, I guess, and it is when we run out of electricity.
Mhm.
There's a power outage in our town, and I do have my backup device that time, but then we barely have a mobile data that time as well. So what I did is I went to the streets, even in our roof, just to get some data so I can tell our HR and my client what's happening that time. But
Mhm.
luckily, my client said, "No worries, Jelly, just be safe like that." And what I did is I just made up the time I lost, so I still completed my working hours.
Aw, that's really nice, Jedi. And for our last question, we want to know how was your experience working at I Need a VA?
Working here at I Need a VA is really an honor for me. And I must say that this is a blessing for me knowing that I can work at the comfort of our home and I still have the time to spend with my family. Working with I Need a VA gives a sense of work life balance. The company culture is great. They have the best and the kindest clients, and every virtual assistant, may it be internal and external team, is willing to help each other. That's why I really love working here at I Need a VA.
All right, and that's all the time we have for today. It's been a pleasure having you on the show, Jedi. And before we wrap it all up, do you have any advice for our viewers?
Okay, so for our viewers, especially for the aspiring virtual assistants, the thing that I can advise you is to not be afraid to take risks because the risk you're afraid to take might be the one that can change your life. So step out of your comfort zone, and if you're looking for a sign, this might be the one. So this is it. Be part of our team.
Thank you again, Jedi, for joining us at our talk show. And to our viewers, thank you for tuning in to our talk show. To be updated on our next episode, don't forget to subscribe. See you on our next episode.
Bye.